welcome back. So in this episode, this is the second part of the placing the streetlight base with a granite base. And if you haven't seen the first half, it'll make more sense if you go back and watch that first. Otherwise, just follow along and then you can go back and watch that later. But as in the first episode, I was making the box for the main body of the base. And in this episode, I'm laying out the plinth, which I talked about, which will be a 4-inch plinth that will go under. And here's one of the panels, and this will sit on top of a 4-inch plinth that will obviously be wider than the main box. And then there'll also be a cap that sits on top. So this piece is a little bit thicker, which will come in handy. That will allow me to actually extend past the sides without putting a solid cap on. Tuck in underneath the main box. So this piece here is an interesting piece. It's got some fractures in it that run on diagonals, and it just so happens that the diagonals are more or less 4 to 5 inches in the fractures, and these fractures would have been caused from the coring of the piece. So they would have been blast lines that run through the granite. So I believe I can work around that. And so I was just laying it out, and I think this is going to work out just right. Okay. So as you can see, I've got all of my protective gear on. It's really important to remember that whenever you're working with materials such as granite, so always remember to always look after protecting your health, because it comes back and catches you later on in life. Here we go. Okay, so here's the idea, just to illustrate the end result. You don't have to excuse the dust. Part of the job. But yeah, so that's roughly about the idea. Is that this will sit on top of the plinth like so. So it kind of gives you the idea. But yeah, so that's the idea. I'm going to continue on with this, and we'll see see you later when I get these all finished. Okay, so earlier today I got these pieces for the base cut, and I've got enough now that I've got 2 sets cut. And the next stage will be for me to miter the ends to bring it into a full box form, so that I can get ready to glue and fasten them. And these, because they are out in the weather, even though the hole in the middle will be filled with concrete, I still am going to put a staple in them, like I talked about in my onyx lamp video, about some of the challenges and issues in regards to um, modern day resins and epoxies. So one of the issues, well, the major issue that I have with them is the unpredictability of them. And even though the type that we use, which is polyester resin, is much more stable and much more predictable and as how it behaves. In fact, in all my years, I've actually never seen it fail. It's a little more difficult to tint. You have to use a lot more pigment in it, and the more pigment you use in them can change uh, the quality of the bond. So you have to be careful about not using too much pigment. Uh, so that's one downside to it. But for all of its other qualities, it's by far the most superior of all these synthetic resins. But I'll still be putting in some kind of a staple and just do some corner staples. But because I've got some uh, probably about 3/4 of an inch of this is going to be seen, it doesn't leave me for a whole lot of room to put the staple in the area that the body of the base will sit on. So that's something I'll have to work out. But yeah, so that's just giving you kind of an update. I won't be filming it a lot because this granite is particularly dirty. I actually, in order just to film this, I had to strip down and put this thing on just to be presentable, because otherwise I look like I just came out of a coal mine. Oh, and by the way, let me know what you think of this thing. It's trying out a new look, so uh, you can let me know in the comments what you think of this thing. Is it an upgrade or what? Anyways, I thought it was kind of an interesting idea. All right, so here I have set this up, put this together all dry. So it's not glued yet. Nothing is glued, but it's as you can see, I just got it clamped. But this gives you an idea of the progress of where I'm at, and yeah, I think it's working out just right. I think the sizes are there. I think the base will have a slight chamfer to it, and piece in front here is set aside for the caps. So I've got this, and I've got another piece over there that will be used for the cap. So it'll be made out of two pieces stacked, and that's pretty much it. It's a simple piece, but it's always fun and rewarding when you are able to bring scraps of slab material and make them into something that resembles a solid block. And I think it's going to definitely fare a lot better than the metal bases. I just wanted to thank everybody for watching. And if you like this kind of content, consider coming back for more. Um, I'm going to have lots of different future content coming up. So I've got a lot of really great ideas. And I know that stone isn't for everybody, but I think that I've got a lot of interesting variety of content coming up. And I think that if you have any interest in the natural stone, or even if it's just you find what I'm doing interesting, some of my ideas interesting, um, then by all means, consider subscribing, liking the video. It helps out with the algorithm tremendously, and it helps me to know that I'm doing good content. So the next video, I'll be continuing on with this. I'll have the bases glued, hopefully, in the next video, and I'll have the caps. So there's lots to look forward to in the progress. There's a few little details that are interesting, and uh, yeah, and then we'll see the end result. So probably in another couple of videos, and then I can get back to finishing off the Fabulous disc project, which I've temporarily put on hold so that I can get this moving along. But I appreciate everybody's patience with that. And I'm hoping that I'm providing enough interest in this project. It's a simple project, but I think it offers a lot of interest for at least us Stonies. And I hope that people that don't work with stone find interest in it too. So um, that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.